In many riverside areas of Africa, calm waters often conceal one of nature's most dangerous ambushers. Crocodiles don't need to chase far. They silently wait for prey to come within striking distance of the water's edge. From unexpected dives in murky water, many confrontations quickly change when the prey loses its initial advantage. Lions are Africa's top predators, adapted to areas near open grasslands and water sources, where they move in herds and control vast territories. However, this advantage diminishes significantly near the water's edge. Their strength comes from physical prowess and social coordination, along with powerful jaws that allow them to grip prey, constrict the throat for suffocation, and tear flesh effectively. At the boundary between land and water, every movement becomes more difficult to control. At that boundary, in a murky section of the river, as the lion crossed the shallow area to reach the bank, a crocodile, hidden underwater, was almost imperceptible. It remained low-lying, waiting for the lion to come within close enough before suddenly pouncing, creating direct pressure in the confined space. This moment forced the lion to change direction immediately and switch to a defensive posture. Immediately after the pounce, the lion retreated and attempted to move away from the water's edge, but lost its advantage in speed and directional control on the slippery mud. Crocodile continued to press for the first few seconds, preventing lion from maintaining the initiative and forcing him to prioritize escaping the area. Unable to maintain a safe distance, lion retreated and ended the situation in defeat. On their way to the main river, the wildebeest herd maintains close proximity to each other to detect danger from afar. Wildebeests have keen hearing and smell. A single individual's reaction immediately alerts the entire herd or redirects them. Their endurance and ability to run long distances give wildebeests an advantage on land, while the rest of the herd begins to move into the water ahead. Beneath the murky water of the crossing area, crocodiles lie still, waiting for a wildebeest to lose its rhythm while crossing the river. Crocodiles hide underwater and suddenly lunge straight up into the middle of the river when prey gets too close. The unexpected lunge from the crocodile causes a wildebeest to lose its balance and immediately separate from the herd. The wildebeest herd quickly moves away from the water's edge as the water begins to churn in the crossing area. However, the individual separated from the group was unable to rejoin the group as the crocodile remained still in the shallow water. The confrontation ended when the crocodile secured its target, while the wildebeest group was forced to move away from the danger zone. In the shallow waters where the hippo colony usually rests, adult hippos are always watching for any movement around them. Hippos have a very strong instinct to protect their territory and young. They become alert at the slightest unusual sound or vibration in the water. Their long fangs and heavy bodies give them a clear advantage. But underwater, crocodiles are also beginning to approach. In the calm water near where the hippo colony is gathered, the crocodile lies still and slowly closes the distance. The crocodile waits until it's close enough, then suddenly lunges forward, right up to the head of the hippo, creating pressure. The unexpected lunge from the crocodile stirs the water violently, forcing the hippo to immediately change direction to maintain a safe distance. As the adult hippo advances with strong movements in the water, the crocodile loses its ambush advantage. Crocodiles began to retreat from the shallow water area, while hippopotamus continued to maintain its position near the school to prevent its rival from advancing further. The confrontation ended when crocodiles withdrew, and hippopotamus continued to defend the area around the school thanks to its quick reaction and defensive strength. At the riverbank during the dry season, the Impala herd slowly descends to drink water, constantly observing their surroundings. Impalas possess a highly sensitive survival instinct, remaining vigilant even while grazing or resting. Their speed and jumping ability allow them to escape danger on land, but this is when the water's edge becomes more perilous. Beneath the murky water near the bank, the crocodile lies still, sensing vibrations as the Impala approaches to drink. The crocodile waits for the right moment, then suddenly lunges up from beneath the water to attack the Impala at the riverbank. The crocodile's swift lunge leaves the Impala no time to change direction and pulls it away from its safe position on the bank. The Impala herd immediately panics, separating from the drinking area and running quickly towards dry land. The attacked Impala cannot resist the crocodile's pulling force in the murky water. The confrontation ended when the crocodile successfully attacked, and the Impala herd moved away from the riverbank to avoid danger. On dry land near the riverbank, a pack of wild dogs moved in a wide formation after a long chase. Wild dogs have very keen hunting instincts, often observing quickly and coordinating as a pack to surround their target on the grassland. Speed, endurance, and pack discipline give wild dogs an advantage on land. But as they get closer to the water's edge, the formation begins to split. Under the water near the shore, a crocodile lies still and waits for a wild dog to stray from the group behind. Suddenly, the crocodile lunges out of the water to block the wild dog's retreat, right at the river's edge. The crocodile's swift lunge causes one wild dog to slip off the bank, forcing the entire pack to immediately disperse to avoid the shallow water. The pack of wild dogs quickly regroups, emitting short signals and moving around the water's edge to create pressure. That collective reaction prevented the crocodile from advancing further into the dry bank ahead. The confrontation ended when the wild dog left the river's edge, and the crocodile returned to the murky water, their hunting rhythm disrupted. After detecting the scent of carcasses near the riverbank, Hyena slowly moved into the shallow water, constantly observing its surroundings. Hyena possesses a tenacious survival instinct, always paying attention to unusual movements and the reactions of other predators in the area. Its strong jaws give Hyena an advantage when competing for food on land, but the water ahead is gradually becoming more dangerous. In the dark water near the shore, Crocodile remained almost still, waiting for Hyena to enter its ambush. Crocodile suddenly lunged out of the water to block Hyena's path. The unexpected lunge caused Hyena to lose its balance, forcing it to spin sharply and quickly retreat from the shallow water. Hyena immediately left the water's edge and continued observing the area from the dry land behind it. Crocodile maintained its advantage in the murky water and remained still, waiting for another opportunity to approach. The standoff ended when Hyena changed its approach, while Crocodile continued to wait for another opportunity underwater. On the soft, muddy riverbank, the buffalo herd advanced into the water, maintaining close formation. Buffaloes possess a strong survival instinct, reacting quickly to movement, sounds, and unfamiliar smells around them. Their heavy bodies, thick necks, and strong horns give them an advantage on solid ground. But as they get closer to the water's edge, that advantage begins to diminish. The crocodile lies still, waiting for a buffalo to stray from the herd's safe position. Suddenly, the crocodile lunges forcefully from the water's surface, drawing the confrontation into shallow water. The powerful lunge from the crocodile splashes water, forcing the buffalo to brace itself at the river's edge. The buffalo herd quickly shifts formation, moving closer to protect the attacked individual. When many adult buffaloes gathered at the water's edge, the crocodile lost its advantage in accessing the area. The confrontation ended when the buffaloes left the riverside area, and the crocodile retreated into the murky water to wait for another opportunity. Near the edge of the muddy water, Leopard lowered its body and slowly approached while constantly observing. Leopard had quick reflexes and agile movement on hard ground, but the soft mud ahead began to slow its pace. The moment Leopard's foot sank deep into the soft mud, Crocodile immediately accelerated from beneath the murky water. Crocodile lunged diagonally out of the water and slammed into Leopard's lower body. Leopard spun sharply to maintain balance and tried to retreat from the water's edge. Recognizing the unfavorable terrain, Leopard proactively retreated from the muddy area. Meanwhile, Crocodile also stopped approaching as the distance widened from the controlled water. The confrontation ended when Leopard left the dangerous area, while Crocodile remained still beneath the murky water. Many animals possess superior speed, strength, and reflexes on land. But shallow water is always a place where those advantages can disappear very quickly. Crocodile isn't the fastest mover, but its ability to wait and choose the right moment allows it to control many confrontations near the river's edge. If you enjoy authentic survival adventures in nature, keep following the next installments of this series. In the wild, snakes don't choose direct confrontation with brute force. They patiently maintain distance, observing every movement of their opponent and waiting for the right moment to strike. Each encounter is quick, but the outcome depends on controlling the rhythm and distance. A single, well-timed strike is enough to decide everything. In nature, every snake hunt begins with absolute silence. Its long, flexible body allows it to slither close to the ground, gradually closing the distance. There are no obvious signs, no unnecessary movements, only slow and precise control. As the distance gradually disappears, pressure begins to build. The front of the body rises slightly, the head remains fixed, and the gaze is locked onto the target. Every small movement is monitored, as if every moment has been calculated in advance. Then the climax arrives. A lightning-fast attack, happening in a split second. No repetition, no wasted effort. After the strike, the snake immediately retreated, maintaining distance and continuing to control the situation. The snake's strength lies not in prolonged dominance, but in its ability to finish at the right moment. When all the elements are precisely aligned, a single brief action can decide the entire hunt. Unlike snakes, mongooses enter the confrontation with a reflex advantage, notable for their reaction time of only about 20 milliseconds. Their agile bodies allow them to move lightning fast, dodging blows at very close range while maintaining the initiative. Their ability to observe and read their opponent's movements allows them to deliver decisive bites to weak points. Their tenacity and speed make them formidable predators despite their relatively small size. But the opposite is not just speed, but pressure. The king cobra raises its front body, expanding its range of control and applying pressure from the start. Its hissing creates a tense rhythm, forcing the mongoose to react constantly, leaving no time to be proactive. The disparity begins to become apparent. The mongoose still dodges, but its movement is gradually constrained. When a moment of error occurs, the snake launches a faster-than-expected attack, striking its target and disrupting the balance. The pressure immediately shifts. Boldness turns into caution. The mongoose retreats, then withdraws completely to avoid greater risk. In this situation, the king cobra maintains control and finishes with the advantage. Speed can create opportunities, but it's not enough to sustain an advantage when the pace is controlled. When pressure is maintained and timing is right, a single moment can determine the entire outcome. In shallow water, the anaconda holds its position and waits for its target to come within close range. Its body, over 15 feet long, lies submerged, with only its head visible. It doesn't move much, maintaining its position to prepare to latch on. Deer and buffaloes descend into the water to move and maintain balance. The distance is shortened unnoticed. The anaconda approaches from underwater, latches onto the body at the first opportunity, and begins to constrict. Once attached, the anaconda holds on tightly and increases the constriction force repeatedly. It doesn't let go. The prey tries to move, but the limited water space makes escape difficult. The sustained constriction reduces the prey's ability to react. The result occurs when the prey loses control of its movement. Size no longer provides an advantage in the water. When the constriction is maintained and the grip is not released, the outcome is determined. In swampy areas like the Florida Everglades, confrontations take place in tight, unpredictable spaces. Burmese pythons move silently beneath the aquatic vegetation, their long bodies exceeding 12 feet, each coil of muscle accumulating pressure. Opposite them, alligators maintain a low, almost motionless position, their jaws capable of exerting thousands of pounds of force per square inch. When distance is eliminated, the python actively approaches and seeks a point to constrict. It doesn't attack relentlessly, but tightens rhythmically, each constriction increasing in pressure to control movement. The alligator responds with biting force and body rotations, trying to maintain balance and create space to escape the constriction. The situation quickly becomes a tug-of-war between two opposing forces. The python maintains constant pressure, never letting up. The alligator seeks moments to open its jaws and rotate to break the grip. When the constriction is held in place and the rhythm remains uninterrupted, the advantage gradually shifts in favor of the python. In shallow water, where there isn't much room for bursts of speed, persistence can outweigh instantaneous power. The confrontation ends when the python is held captive long enough to gain control of the situation. Here, victory doesn't come from a single blow, but from the ability to maintain pressure until all movement ceases. Hawks are aerial predators with incredibly precise control over altitude and flight direction. Their broad wings help them maintain stability, and their keen eyesight allows them to detect subtle movements on the ground. Once they've identified their target, they adjust their flight angle, maintain distance, and wait for the right moment. Below, the rattlesnake, having just revealed its movement, is immediately locked onto by the hawk. Without hesitation, the hawk swoops down with lightning speed, its talons aimed directly at the head for a decisive first strike. The snake tries to react but doesn't have enough time. After only a few seconds of struggle, it's gripped and lifted off the ground, completely incapacitated. The fight is often decided in a single moment. A precise strike finishes it off. A slight misstep forces the hawk to retreat to avoid further danger. On dry ground, two completely opposite fighting styles clash head-on. The lion, weighing over 400 pounds and possessing thick muscles, advances steadily to close the distance, using powerful pounces, sharp claws, and bites to control its prey at close range. Conversely, the black mamba maintains distance and actively applies pressure. It moves quickly, constantly changing position, forcing the lion to adjust its steps. When the distance is reduced, the snake delivers a quick strike and immediately retreats. This rhythm is repeated many times, disrupting the lion's stability and decision-making. The breaking point occurs when the lion takes an unnecessary step forward. The distance is misjudged in an instant. The snake seizes the opportunity, delivering a precise strike and withdrawing. The venom begins to affect the nervous system, not immediately, but enough to change the course of the battle within about 20 minutes. The outcome doesn't stem from a disparity in power, but from a single wrong decision. When the gap isn't properly managed, the risks escalate rapidly. In nature, a moment of carelessness can lead to irreversible consequences. In midair, the initial advantage belongs to the eagle. From a height of dozens of feet, it locks onto its target and swoops down with precision, its talons tightening and lifting the snake off the ground where the snake is best controlled. But as soon as it leaves the ground, the risk arises. If the grip isn't strong enough, the snake counterattacks in mid-air. Its body twists nearly 180 degrees, bending back in an instant, seeking a point of contact with its attacker. It's a survival reflex, happening so fast there's no buffer to correct. The decisive moment comes quickly. The eagle adjusts its grip, maintains a safe distance, and thwarts the counterattack before it can fully form. With a swift jerk, it ends the struggle in a flash, regaining control and ending the situation right in mid-air. In nature, roles can be reversed in an instant. The advantage lies not in the initial position, but in the ability to maintain the right rhythm and control at the right moment, where even a small deviation can alter the entire outcome. Snakes fight by controlling distance, maintaining rhythm, and choosing the right timing. Just one precise strike is all it takes. The advantage comes from reading movement and maintaining a safe position, giving the opponent no time to react when distance is controlled. The outcome is often decided in a moment, and even a small misstep can negate all advantage.